welcome back to West Virginia Mountain Life. Tonight we're going to do some pickled beets. I do my pickled beets a little bit different than some people do. I do them to taste. Our family kind of likes a really deep pickled taste, but everybody who's eaten my beets just absolutely loves them. So I guess whatever we're doing it right. So anyways, I'm going to give you the recipe for my pickled beets, and we're going to do them. I'm going to show you how we do them as we go. So we're going to start off by making our brine, okay? I use 4 cups of white vinegar. You're going to just pour this into a pot. I like my big ceramic pots. We had that discussion in a previous Canon episode. But anyways, I use 3 cups of sugar. And this is just plain old white sugar. Nothing special about it. I use 2 cups of beet juice. And 2 teaspoons of pickling salt. Now, in your mind you're saying, hey, where'd you get that beet juice from, right? Right. Well, here's the kicker behind how we're doing them tonight. Tonight, I was blessed, somebody blessed me with a whole bunch of already canned, in the big number 10 cans like you use in like the school systems and big functions and whatnot and so forth, of sliced cooked beets. They said that their family did not use them and whatnot and so forth, so they gave them to us. We like beets plain, but we really like them pickled. So I decided I would take those cans of beets and I would pickle them. We're going to set this on the stove now. I'm going to heat it on high heat until it all dissipates and it starts boiling. Okay? You're going to want to stir it occasionally to make sure that all that sugar stirs up so it doesn't burn on the bottom. And again, I'm using my wooden spoons. It just depends, on what your preference is. But anyways, I took these big number 10 cans of beets and I drained the juice off of them. I kept enough juice to do my brines with, and I went ahead and I put them in the jars. These jars have been washed and sanitized completely before we started. And as you can see, they were already sliced and everything for me, so I'm kind of copping out and taking the easy way on these. You want to put a half a teaspoon of pickling spice down in these jars on top of these beets after you put the beets in there. You don't want to pack the beets in there real tight. You just want to pack them to where your jars are full, but they're not like cream down in there, or you won't get it even equal pickling. You'll get a beet that's got pickle and then a beet that don't have. So you just want them to be loosely put down in there, but make sure your jars are good and full. And we're going to wait on this brine to start its boil. And while we're doing that, I can't help but think about the old-timey people when I'm doing these, because I can remember my great aunt telling me when she was little, they would have like hung me up by my toenails for throwing all that beet juice away that I didn't use. Because back then, your horse feed and your chicken feed and all that stuff, your cattle feed, whatever you were using, came in cloth sacks. They used those sacks to make dresses and aprons and curtains and whatever. They just broke down the fabric and used the fabric from the sack. Well, they didn't always have the money to buy dye to dye their fabrics with. So they would use the juice off of whatever they had, such as beet juice or whatever, to dye the fabrics with. So as I was pouring out that beet juice, I was thinking, man, those people would be hanging me up, because they would have taken that juice and put it over into a wash tub with a little bit of vinegar if they had it, and put that fabric down in there, and then they would have had real pretty pink fabric to have made their dresses or their curtains or bedspreads or the backs of the quilt or whatever it is, that they were needing fabric for. So they colored their fabrics like that. And right now the big thing is primitive decorating. And of course, I'm working on my house right now. I'm trying to make it back primitive. And if you are all about the primitive look, then save some of your beet juice and get you some muslin and dye your fabrics with it, because that's what they would have done. And I think that's really, really awesome. You also need to have your water bath canner on and boiling and ready, so that we can put the cans in there after we get done, because we are going to water bath seal these. While this is striking a boil, I've already got some that I fixed previously over here in this canner, and they have been water bath canning, and it just told me a few minutes ago that it's time for them to come off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a short break and I'm going to pull them out, and I'll show you what it looks like here in just a second. Okay guys, I got them lifted up out of the water, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift them and put them over here. I've got my handy dandy jar lifter and my little jar holder. But I want you guys to take a good look at those, how pretty the color is on them. I'm really, really pleased with how these have turned out. I can't wait to taste them. Of course, it takes a few days for them to pickle. The longer you leave them, the better flavor you're going to have. But I'm here to tell you, if your family is anything like mine, they are itching and waiting to get these suckers whenever they're done. So if I can get them left for 14 days, then I've done something major. Most of the time they don't make it that long, because they're in there digging into them going, wonder if them's done yet, Mom. But my whole family loves beets, and they're such a good source of vitamins and iron. You know, I don't complain when they want their beets. Now we're going to go back over here, and I'm going to put the lid back on this until I get ready to drop some more jars so I can keep it good and hot. Help if I turn the heat back on it. And it really helps if I turn the right eye on. Can y'all tell it's kind of late tonight? Anyways.
Not as late as the last one.
No, it's not. It's not 3 o'clock in the morning. I have been known to do videos at 3 o'clock in the morning, just because that's the only time that our house is quiet enough for me to make a video where y'all don't hear the youngins screaming and a hollering and a playing and a running between my feet and all that good stuff. And because we do so much stuff around the house during the day with our garden and things like that, we just really don't have time to stop and make a video. You know, with all the housework and gardening and yard work and whatnot and so forth that we have to do, taking care of the animals. By the way, we got 13 more chickens today. We are super excited about that. Our little chicken farm is starting off pretty good. We still have our other chickens, and we still have our 3 ducks that belong to our boys. But our little farm is just growing up a storm, and we love it. I wish I had the money and the room to have as many animals as I would like to have. Okay, this is almost ready. All the sugar is just about dissipated. It's getting ready to strike a boil here in just a few seconds. So what we're going to do is, when that strikes a boil, we're going to come over here and we're going to start filling these jars up. And remember, your jars have to be sanitized. You go ahead and you put your beets in them. Then you put a teaspoon, or a half teaspoon of pickling spice in each jar. Okay? And in my house, the way you tell if you've got a good run on your brine is if it chokes you to death with the vinegar smell whenever you go to pull it off the heat. It has that wonderful, pungent, vinegary smell to it. Always use your jar filler. I'm sure that has a better name for it, but in our world it's called a jar filler.
The ball name is a jar funnel.
There you go. from the man who I do believe loves ball better than he loves his wife. That's my husband yet again. Our cameraman.
Camera.
And we're just filling these little puppies up so that it covers the beets. That's what I'm saying, guys. Canning is not hard. It's not. And you make things to your taste. If you make this brine and you say, whoa, those people really like vinegar, or wow, that's way too sweet, then you know what? Adjust it. It's not a big deal to make adjustments. I made some sweet pickles not too long ago, and I couldn't find a recipe that when I made the brine for them that I thought tasted very good. And I kept saying, that just don't taste like I want it to taste. That just don't taste like I want it to taste. Well, guess what? It didn't taste like I wanted it to taste, so guess what I did? I made it taste like I wanted it to taste. I adjusted it, I put my own spices in it, and our good friend that has been our friend for years and years and years, who is like a brother to us, I sent him a jar, and he went nuts over them. So, obviously, they must have tasted pretty good. And I think, if I'm not wrong, all of them are gone but one jar. Is there one jar left over?
2 jars.
2 jars left over there.
So eat your heart out, Diesel.
And I made tons of pickles that night. I mean, but they just tore them up. I mean, it was good stuff. I mean, so it's okay. Adjust your recipes according to your family and what they like. It's not going to be the end of time if you do that, especially when you're pickling things. Now, on these number 10 cans of beets, to the best of my measurement, I was able to get 3 quarts of beets per can. So, altogether, I had 6 cans of the beets, and I think I'm going to end up with about 18 quarts of pickled beets out of it, somewhere in that vicinity. Not as many as I had hoped for, but they are sliced, and Kim keeps reminding me over and over and over that they're sliced, so I got more beets per jar. And I did, because I'm used to canning beets whole, because we usually get them out of our garden. And, you know, we've got some good beets planted, which you all probably have watched the video of where we planted our beets. We've got a lot of beets planted, but they're just not ready yet. They won't be ready until later on. And whenever they get ready, guess what? We'll be right back at this again. Because my family likes pickled beets. So I will pickle until my little heart's content, as long as it makes them happy. Okay, we're coming to the end of our brine here. I've got enough to finish this jar right here, and I've got one jar that didn't get enough brine. That's okay, because I've got some more stuff left over, so I can make some more brine and get some more jars, or get some in here. Oh, did y'all hear that pop? That's right, that means one of them's sealed. So I'll make some more brine in a little bit. But right now, I'm going to get my lids and my taps, if I don't burn my foot off, because I'm good at doing that. And first I'm going to take this rag and clean all the beet juice out the top of my rings. That way they get a good seal and they're not nice and sticky and all that good stuff, in case some dodo head like me spilt some on it, because I'm good for that. We're going to put our taps on here, and then we'll put a ring on it, and then we'll place him over into the water bath, and we're going to process those 15 minutes, okay, in the water bath. And after that, well, you guys know the rest. There they sit. They are absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to eat them, and I know the kids can't wait to eat them because they've already started talking about them. And my husband's licked his lips enough tonight that, bless his heart, I'm going to have to buy him some chapstick. He's ready for them too. So, hopefully, in a few days, we will have some really nice pickled beets. And even though they're not completely homemade because they did come from store beets, either way it goes, I canned them and I pickled them. So I'm going to say they're my beets anyway. But anytime that you get an abundance of something like beets, or, you know, say corn, say you get abundance of corn and you want to pickle corn, go ahead and do it, even if it's in a can. Do it anyways, because you got to cook that corn and stuff anyway. So go ahead and pickle it. Put it up in your own jars. Make it your own. You know, I'm all about long shelf life, but if it's something like this that you know your family just specifically likes the pickled beets, do the pickled beets. And for my friend Jessica, who asked me to make sure that I did this video, she said that when she was pregnant, that she started craving beets, and that she just had an awful time wanting beets. She was telling me tonight at choir practice that she really, really, really wanted beets the whole time she was pregnant. For her, I will bring you a jar as soon as they're finished. But anyways, we're going to tighten these down, put them in a water bath canner for 15 minutes, and then pull them out, and then take them to your canning shelf after they cool off. And that's all there are to it. Don't be afraid to can stuff, guys. You know, our economy is in a horrible shape right now. Anytime that you can get a good deal on something, or somebody blesses you like they did with me with these beets, you know, put them up, use them. You know, we're in a time now where we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, and we don't know if we're going to have food all the time, you know, and be able to get things like vinegar and sugar and whatnot. But if you've already got it canned and you've got it put up, then you don't have that worry. And you know that your family's going to have food all winter long. So, I want to thank you guys for watching again. Remember the folks in Greenbrier County and up that way that the flood has affected. You know, West Virginia is a strong, strong state. We get a bad rap sometimes because we are the poorest state, and we do have the most poverty-stricken people. But when it comes down to it, our people love one another, and you know, a sense of community and a sense of pride that I haven't seen in too many other states in this great U.S. So I just want them to know that we are still praying for them. And if there's any way that you can donate supplies or anything to them, please get online and look that up. We really appreciate you guys, and we love where we live. So we want to thank you. If you like what you see, subscribe to our channel and write us comments. We love to hear from you guys. We have got so many great friends now, and friends that follow me on Facebook and follow my husband on Facebook, and sometimes even my kids. You know, just reach out to us, talk to us. We love to hear from you guys. But until I come up with something else to do, and who knows when that's going to be, you all have a good evening and God bless.